might show you how I put together my notebook for my current work in progress. So I am going to turn the camera around and we will get started on
This
that.
is a happy planner that I'm using. It's the large size. I don't know what it's called. I know the classic is a little bit smaller than this. They may just call it a large. And what I have done is in the very beginning, I put some printouts, which I got from Sarah Cannon. She has a YouTube channel, and if you um, enlist or sign up for her newsletter, you get access to a lot of her forms. So I've used some of them here, the ones that I liked, and also a calendar just to give me an idea of how many days I have to actually work on this particular book. And as you can see, in December, of course, there's a lot of days. I didn't mark off the Saturdays because I might do some work on Saturdays. In November, I did mark off the Saturdays and the Sundays just to give myself a little rest time. And then, of course, Thanksgiving and, of course, Christmas and Christmas Eve. And I'm kind of busy. I think that's why I didn't mark it off because I wasn't sure exactly what I would, how much time I would be able to spend, especially the week before, because I do bake a lot of cookies and Christmas Eve, everyone is at my house. So I have a lot of stuff to do. So that whole week might be out of the question. And just a few more forms. Then what I did was, because this particular book, I have to know the chronological dates. So I made a list of all of them, starting in 1898 when my great uncle came to America, and then following with my great grandfather, my great grandmother, and my grandmother and her two sisters, and when they got married, and just all of that, just so I have an idea of how it progressed all the way up to 1928. Just some more notes, and I think that's all this is, just notes that I came up with. Then the next section that I did was, I named it plotting, and I really don't have things plotting in here, but I do have some of what I have written already. I typed up, or I printed off, just so that I could take a look at it and see where I'm going with the story. So that's what's in here. Then we move into documents, and I have the census documents. I think I have them for 1930, 1940, and 1950. So that gave me some information. Then the next section is the marriage. In this particular one, I have my grandmother and grandfather's marriage certificate, but because it's the original, I didn't want to make holes in it. So I've just laid it in here. And then the other ones were printed off of the internet, and they were for her sisters. Then the death certificates, obviously it's copies that I got, and for different family members. And the one for my great-grandfather, there was not a death certificate, but there was a record of his death. And they when I talked to the librarian in Westfield, New York, she said that a lot of times they're buried on the farm, so there isn't always a death certificate. So, but I did get it, at least I got that. I have the ship manifest for, um, I believe, yes, I believe it's for my great uncle, my great grandfather, and my great grandmother, my grandmother, and her two sisters. So I was able to get those, and I have printed those up. Then I happen to have, which my mother had, was my grandmother's naturalization when she became a citizen. And then I found the petition for naturalization for my great uncle. I couldn't find anything else. In here is miscellaneous. I came across this, I think this was at the Patterson Library in Westfield, New York. The librarian allowed me to come up and look through some of the historical records, and I found a postcard that was from Vaccari, Sicily, actually, where my grandmother was from. So it had a nice picture on it, so I thought I'll make a copy of that. That's just good to know what did it look like. And I don't, I believe that the date was probably late 1800s, early 1900s, so it was pretty accurate. Just some information from their newspaper back then and a few other things. And then I've got all my research that I've done, um, printing up documents. I went to the historical museum here in Buffalo, and I was able to get a lot of information on what it looked like in Westfield. How did they dress? That was really important to me. And just some more information that I found. So that will help me in writing this story. Obviously, it's not going to be 100% accurate because I don't know what her day-to-day life was like, but I do know the main things are accurate. And over here, what is great about this is it's a disc bound, and you can take pages out of it and you can put them back in again. So you can move them around in that, which is really nice. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to use this. I've also used the classic version for my other books. And one of these days I will um, do a video on that one. But I also have a few bits of information that I compiled, and I have it in here. I have the ships that they came on. I have photos of those. Those I got from Ellis Island, so anybody can go and do that. That's one of the ships. I think that was the ship that my great uncle came on. And in the back here, I really haven't, oh, I have some photographs of my family. And I want to keep those because I'm hoping to be able to put those into the book.
So that's it for my notebook. And if you like this video, I hope that you will subscribe and come back for more videos. Um, and then also take a look at the videos that I've already done. So that's about it. And it was nice to have you here, and I wish you a good day and see you next time. Bye now.